talk about their uh, opportunity to talk with them about their project, and then we'll go into a Q&A section. Should you be here? We should have several varieties of people here. Our most trusted people are our community clients. Welcome for coming today. These are the communities we work with very closely and know and trust in terms of what they can offer these companies. We have some trial communities that are kind of observing what we're doing and might want to become a part of our GSLI community network. And we've got, I see a couple of the companies that we're working with that we're getting ready to do some upcoming Prospect Live events and some site locators. So welcome. We hope you enjoy what we're doing and can learn from this process. And then we've got observing communities, ones that really might not align with this project, but really just want to kind of tap into the mind, tap into the process and see what drives and motivates companies when they're looking for expansions or relocations. Do mark your calendars. Our next Prospect Live coming up is right around the corner, June 15th. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's Project Quick Charge. They're seeking their first U.S. manufacturing facility, 100,000 square feet, 100 jobs, specifically targeting at Texas and Nevada right now, but they are open to other opportunities because they don't know enough about the U.S. market. So we're going to help them navigate some of those challenges. And on Wednesday, June 23rd, our members have spoke and we've listened. We're going to do a master series on RFI 101. Basically, what are the 5 critical components to making a successful submission and what you should be doing with it. So would love to have you guys come back for those 2 events. Some quick housekeeping items. Everyone should be muted except our guests. If you find out you've accidentally become muted, please make sure you mute up. We've got quite a few communities on here. If you do have an important comment or question, there is a little hand button. You can raise your hand and bring yourself to my attention and I can open up your mic. But most importantly, go ahead as we're going through the presentation, start thinking about questions you might have and you can filter those into the Q&A box. If we've answered it, we'll type in the answer and clear it from the queue. If it's been hasn't been answered, then we'll get to that and get all the questions and answers to everybody's needs during this recording. And again, we are recording this. We will be hosting this on the site for anybody to go back and review, and we will have a transcription of it. If you don't want to watch it, you can kind of filter through the transcription and find some of the important data that you need to make an accurate submission. So who's with us today from GSLI? Myself, Eric Kleinsorge. I'm the CEO. Founded our company back in 1996 and have done one thing. We put expanding or relocating companies in touch with professionals that can assist them. And that's our only mission, is to make that connection and have that company make a successful location. Our co-host today is Ashley Kleinsorge. She is my daughter. Glad to have her a part of our team, probably one of our hardest workers in terms of being in the trenches and communicating and really putting us in front of the companies that we talk to on a daily basis. And I know how much work goes into that and truly appreciate everything she does. We've got quite a team from Project Hitch. We've got Mike Pack, the CEO. We've got Jay Pearson, who's one of the board members. Dave Ingalls, their CFO. Angela Parrish, who is in their human resources department. She's the director. Chip Metz, VP of Marketing of Digital Transformation, and Ben Matthews, VP of Mergers and Acquisitions. We will meet them all here in a second. Quick synopsis of GSLI. If you're new to the network, if you're a company looking at what we do, we are a exclusive group of communities that are U.S. based, and we work with an exclusive few communities in each state, and our only purpose is to help expanding or relocating companies be successful. And we don't charge for our services. The most important thing is they create jobs and they help our communities grow. Communities in our network are allowed to work every single project that we work and communicate with. And if someone's not a part of our network, they're still, we put the project first, they're able to submit on one free project per year in terms of putting together a submission. And they work very closely with our community assessment directors in terms of putting together those submissions. This is important. This is our new portal. You can find it at www.new.gslipprojectportal.com. Every single submission and every single project is housed within the portal. So when we accept submissions, you need to go into the portal. There are submission forms that are completed, that are organized, that help the prospect kind of filter through the amount of information that we gather to make their decision and come up with kind of a short list of communities that they're interested in. So quick overview of the project we're working with here today, Project Hitch. Are looking for a new facility. They're going to create 150 jobs, looking for around 160,000 square feet of manufacturing space. Looking for a greenfield site. If they found the perfect building, it might match up, but it is a build-to-suit option that's in play. Initial areas of interest, we'll go into that really in depth here in a minute. They're looking in the Southeast. Region is Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, but with their distribution ream, it can expand to the perimeter states of those current states. The time frame is very fast track, looking to have a decision within the next 6 months. So we're going to be pretty tight in terms of receiving submissions and helping them decipher and get through that information process. At this point, Ashley, I'm going to bring you on, and everyone always likes to know how we got in contact with the prospect. So give us a little bit of history of how you came in contact with Project Hitch and the communication that we've had and enjoyed working with their team.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm glad you could all join. This was a little bit different than most cases I go through. This was actually brought to my attention by a separate project we've worked with in the past. Project Bon Appetit, who I'm sure you all remember, they referred us to Leonard and made that introduction. So first of all, I would like to thank Athena and Ted from Project Bon Appetit, for their confidence in our services. And to me, in my opinion, a referral is the highest form of a compliment. So we do love to see that good feedback from other projects. It's always exciting when we get to work with a great company that trusts us with their project, but it's not always the easiest to make that connection. Normally it takes several weeks to get in touch with the company and months to make progress on a project kickoff, but Leonard and their investment team have been quick, absolutely seamless to work with, transparent with their project since day one. So in this case, within just a few days of talking to them, we were able to really assess their needs and get them scheduled for this Prospect Live event. So a special thanks to you, Mike, and the rest of the team. And we really do look forward to helping you find some good sites out there.
Thank you, Ash. So the first thing that I did is Mike prepared and he actually shared some interesting news how professional his team is, and they got this video together. It's a 7-minute video, and we're going to make it available to everybody after this presentation. But I did feel it was important to kind of paint a picture of what type of facility and location and philosophy that the company has. So I've pared this down to kind of just a segment of it of about 1:30, and I'm going to go ahead and play that to kind of set the tone for who we're working with.
All of Leonard's buildings are manufactured in Mount Airy at our owned wood and metal manufacturing facilities. Our 60/40 wood to metal fabrication provides a more balanced manufacturing workflow and allows orders to be executed faster. We continuously improve our process by investing in modernized production equipment, We do this to support our growth and stay efficient while keeping costs down. Because our customers are seeking structurally sound premium outdoor buildings that are built as well as they look, Leonard never settles for anything but the best. The construction quality of our buildings is comparable to that of an independent contractor, with premium materials and the ability to add insulation, windows, wiring, roof support, and ventilation. From on-site manufacturing to delivery and installation at a customer's home, Leonard has a nimble supply chain with remarkable efficiency. Our distribution center, also located in Mount Airy, is over 25,000 square feet of high-velocity accessories, which makes it perfectly primed for rapid store replenishment. We have exceptional product depth with thousands of SKUs from over 50 of the industry's most respected brands. And all of our products are purchased directly from manufacturers, not just distributors, which differentiates us from our competitors. Leonard is committed to supporting regional and American workers, so the bulk of our premium building materials and components like wood, steel, and aluminum are purchased from regional US-based suppliers.
So again, we have a 7-minute video of that, and the video does a tremendous job of going into the employees, the training that they receive, the products that they serve, the retail operations that they have. So I encourage, if you want to really dive in and learn about Leonard, it's a great video. With that said, Mike, I want to welcome you to the show.
Yeah, thank you, Eric, and thanks, Ashley, for the setup and all the great information. And you know, it's humbling to us that so many people have shown interest in this project. So really want to say good afternoon to all of you, and we really appreciate your time and interest in supporting our story of success and growth at Leonard. You know, when you look at the last year and a half, you know, so many businesses have been in challenging situations, and we are so grateful at Leonard that we're in a solid position of strength today. You know, we're so optimistic about our future, and we are really ready for a rapid growth phase. You know, as we move forward in the presentation, just to share a little bit more about Leonard, hope you enjoyed that quick snippet of the video, but we will share the full model, and it's really important to us to give you that opportunity to review that video. It really gets into our culture, really who we are, how we think about our future, our business, our team, and our customers. And we really hope you enjoy that as a follow-up to this presentation today.
Yeah, no, Mike, I've got this slide up. So if you guys want to go through that presentation, just tell me when to move forward to the next slide, and I'll take care of it for you.
Okay, Eric, if you can go move forward, I would appreciate it. And so let's start with a little bit of a company overview to share a little bit about who we are. So Leonard is a multi-channel retailer. You know, we have a broad assortment of high-quality truck accessories, light and medium-duty trailers, as well as sheds and storage solutions in our 62-store footprint throughout the Carolinas, Virginia, and Tennessee. And so since 1963, Leonard has just built a solid reputation for quality products, outstanding customer service, and an organization that truly takes pride in the services and experience that we provide. You know, we're also very proud to be a manufacturer in the United States. You know, made in the USA really means something to us at Leonard. You know, our buildings and trailers have absolutely stood the test of time. And our focus has not only been to manufacture products, to provide service long after the sale is equally as important to us. You know, we've worked incredibly hard to build a long-standing reputation for quality. And as Eric shared a few moments ago, we're headquartered in the northern portion of North Carolina. And, you know, you've heard people say in the past that, you know, my town's like Mayberry. Well, we're actually in Mayberry here in Mount Airy, North Carolina, and certainly proud to be here. This is our corporate headquarters and 120,000 square feet of manufacturing as well as distribution. And so that tells a little bit about us, and let me talk about the team. We are very blessed here at Leonard to have just an amazing and diverse management team. Most of our leaders have had Fortune 500 experience. They've worked in broad and complex roles, and we're really proud of the group that we put together. And that group is ready to execute a rapid expansion strategy. You know, the other piece I would share, not just about our team, but you know, our company emerged from COVID-19 in a position of strength with an incredibly strong balance sheet, great momentum in the business, and we continue to set both sales and profit records at Leonard. You know, we also have access to the growth capital needed to execute this rapid expansion strategy. We have a great partnership in our investor group, and we also have a strong relationship with blue chip financial institutions ready to support the story that we're writing here at Leonard. You know, the key to our success is why we're here today. You know, we need that added capacity in manufacturing and distribution to build, sort of feed this fire that we have right now at Leonard. Eric, if you could move forward. You know, as I shared just a few moments ago, you know, we are very open about our name and who we are. I know many times these processes are confidential, but we're proud of our brand. And if you look today, I mentioned the states that we operate in. We have a very strong footprint throughout the Southeast. You know, we're currently looking to add rapidly to our current footprint and also move south and west in the territories that we don't operate in today. Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, well, Mike, if we could pause right there, because I think this is really important for some of the communities that are here. You've really shared some of the strategies in terms of the locations of not just being within these states, but with your distribution ring, you actually go outside of these states to some of the neighboring states. Could you kind of dive into that a little bit?
Yeah, Eric, as we think about our current distribution and manufacturing, it really supports somewhat of a 300-mile radius. And so the reason the states that are involved today and invited to this process, we really want to move a little further south for our next facility and possibly a little bit further to the west too. So if you go to sort of, I'll say the bottom of Leonard or a little bit to the south west of Leonard, you know, and if you drop a facility somewhere in I'll say 150-mile ring, it really positions us to continue to move further south into Georgia, even in Alabama. And it also opens up, I'll say, expansion of the ring in our current facilities to move west into places like Kentucky, further into Tennessee, and even further north into places like Pennsylvania. So our target territory is really just we need to generate some space between our current facility and the next location. Again, a little bit south and west of where we are is really ideal for our future. Thanks, Eric. So let me share a little bit more about our manufacturing processes and distribution. You know, our shed manufacturing is really broken into two categories, as you can see in the picture, and you saw a little bit in the video today. You know, we manufacture steel structures as well as wood structures. You know, as many of you know, it's hard to drive through a neighborhood anywhere today and not notice a percentage of homes that currently have some type of storage facility. You know, our buildings are primarily purchased as a storage solution, but Leonard has the capability of providing units large enough for a business, a hunting camp, even a tiny house. You know, whether it's a 6x8 unit or a 14x40 unit, we pride ourselves in a quality solution that can be tailored to our customers' needs. You know, on the trailer side, we're the experts. You know, from manufacturing to sales to service and repair, you know, we're a one-stop shop. You know, we have a pretty wide offering, premium trailers for personal or business use. And this rapidly growing segment of our business, we just need that manufacturing capacity to fulfill our customer needs and support our future. You know, finally, I'd say the truck accessories are a key part of our business. And although we don't manufacture, we work with high quality partners and suppliers. And this new facility will also locate a distribution center for rapid replenishment to our store locations. Go ahead, Eric. The slide that you're seeing on the screen right now is just, a representation of some of the products that we provide today at Leonard. We have a broad array of trailers, whether it's for personal use or for business use. We have all the accessories required to meet our customers' needs. And again, we consider ourselves experts in the industry. And on the shed side, the products that we manufacture, that Leonard logo goes on every single one of those sheds. And we constantly get pictures and feedback from customers of sheds that are 20, 30, and even 40 years old. Our products absolutely stand the test of time. And the last segment of our business is certainly truck accessories. We sell, we install, we provide service, spray and bed liners, and we're proud to be the premier offerer of truck accessories in the Southeast today. And also share with you that I'm sure many of you, as you've been driving through your community or interstates, you're going to see that Leonard name, whether it's on trailers or on a truck cap. And in fact, we are the largest provider of camper shells or truck caps, as some people call them, in the entire United States. Let's move forward, Eric. So let's really dig into the details of the facility that we need. I want to start by saying we're proud that over the last few years that Leonard has been able to grow by over 125 jobs in the markets and communities we serve. We're committed to and believe that our organization can grow for the benefit of our employees and not at the expense of our employees. And we also believe that we can add value and take pride in adding value in the communities that we operate in today. So the details now are sort of where the rubber meets the road. Our continued and aggressive growth plan hinges upon successfully expanding our manufacturing and distribution capabilities. So some of the details are, we're looking for a light manufacturing facility on 20 to 25 acres in some type of industrial park with full utility support on the property. And so some of the site specifics, again, as we mentioned earlier, we're looking for around 160,000 square feet with multiple docks and drive-through bays. Again, our initial thinking is a greenfield location, but maybe that perfect facility that will work for us is already out there and available. We also need 26 feet at a minimum center building height, and we also need outside gated storage for the facility. Our planned capital investments are going to be 30 million plus based on our initial estimates. And we believe that over time we'll have 150 new jobs in this facility. And these roles will be in semi-skilled production, logistics driving, welding, and administrative support. And one of the things that we're also proud of at Leonard is we do offer a full and broad benefits package to our employees. This includes medical, dental, vision, 401k, company paid life insurance, as well as short-term and long-term disability programs. The roles that we're looking for are primarily in manufacturing with a smaller number of welders, drivers, administrative, and leadership roles. And our plan today, again, this will be new territory for us, is that 95% of the jobs will be sourced from the local area. And I want to provide a little more detail around the team that we're looking for. We're simply looking for good, hardworking individuals. The manufacturing we do is not overly complex. We can train employees with some experience that have been in positions with small tools and equipment, or if they just have general mechanical ability. So some of the things that are most important to us in this story is we all know labor is challenging today. So the availability of skilled labor in the market or available market labor, good highway logistics, and again, we're looking to partner with a community that's business friendly. We open a lot of stores at Leonard, and it's really amazing the difference. Some communities just absolutely welcome us with open arms, help us through the process, or there every step of the way, and some become very difficult and to deal with, and really create a long drawn out process. So a business friendly environment is incredibly important to us. We want to be good partners to the communities we support. And, as Eric shared earlier, we hope to be fully operational in 9 to 12 months. So this is going to move at a rapid pace. And that's really the details behind what we're looking for, the things that are most important to us. And, we hope that our presentation today told you a little bit more about Leonard and who we are, what's important to us, and how excited we are about the growth story that we're writing here at Leonard.
Yeah, Mike.
Eric, I'll turn it back to you.
Awesome. That's phenomenal. I want to thank you guys for putting together the presentation, because that really, it helps the communities understand what type of company that they're going to be working with, who they're going to be making the submission to, what type of employees you're looking for, and whether or not they really qualify for a good location for you. We're going to go into the Q&A section now. It's an opportunity. If you have questions, it's a great time to start flowing those in there. We've had some submitted before. We'll fly through those, and then we'll give an opportunity. If there isn't, Mike, you did such a tremendous job. There might be 0 questions, so that would be great. But here's kind of, if we could start, one of the keys I found in working with companies, there's always kind of a key motivation. You've talked about your growth. Kind of tell us about the customers you serve. How important, you kind of shared with me the demand for your product, no matter where you're at, but talk about kind of the motivation. What's motivating this move?
Yeah, that's a great question, Eric, and some of my team members may want to jump in on this one as well. But again, we're very proud of the Leonard model. We've continued to refine it over the years. It works. It's been very successful in a broad variety of markets, whether it's very urban, suburban, rural. And, the unit economics are so strong for us, a rapid expansion makes sense. We've been very successful in the stores that we've opened. We want to continue that trajectory and increase it. And when you think about the customers we serve, it is just all walks of life, Eric. It's, as simple as a family that's looking for a storage solution that's out of space in the garage, to a, municipality or government or a commercial fleet. We have such a broad assortment of products and services. Our customers come from all walks of life, whether it's a professional need for a trailer, or a personal need for a person that just wants their truck to look a little cooler. Again, we deal with a very broad group of customers that we love working with every day.
Awesome. Yeah, and I think you did a great job of answering number 2 for us in your presentation. We'll skip to number 3. We talked about this the other day about the proximity to highways, and we kind of dabbled into whether or not rail and those other logistical components were important. Kind of describe what the logistics look like in terms of trucks and what your needs are there.
Yeah, so Eric, it's a good question. And so if you look at the products that we sell, they're incredibly large. And so logistics is such a critical part of our operation. So a facility like this is going to have between 16 and 20 tractor trailers that are rolling in and out every single day. So good highway access in and out of the facility is incredibly important. And then, we obviously don't want to be, hours from interstate access. So relatively close proximity to major highways and interstates is really important to us as well.
Perfect. So number 4, kind of dabbling in, you've already answered greenfield is your preference, but if you found the perfect building, that'd be a good match. But in terms of purchasing the site, are you also looking to own your building or looking to maybe do a lease purchase, lease buyback with the building, um, with the long-term hopes of owning? Are you one to own from day one?
Yeah, so Eric, and Jay Pearson, if you'd like to chime in on this one, you can as well. But we're really open to either option. Um, we just have to look at the overall economics of the deal and what makes the most sense financially, what incentives are available, and again, some of that will be based on whether it's a greenfield or an existing site as well. But we're open to multiple approaches to get to the right end result.
Okay, perfect. Now, we talked about this, and I love the other day how you described the type of employee that you're looking for, that they're wanting to have a home and a place to do business. Talk about the mentality and the kind of the profile of a majority of the employees that you're looking to bring on.
Yeah, Eric, and I really appreciate this question. And the employees that we're looking for, what we do, whether it's manufacturing a trailer, manufacturing a building, or working in our distribution facilities, it's not incredibly complex. It's very trainable. It's not that we're not dealing with robotic welding here. It's a lot of it is just manual type, small tool and equipment type work. So we're looking for men and women, and maybe they've just bounced throughout the community in different type of jobs, never found the right home. And these are folks, maybe they went to Votech, maybe they just have a strong mechanical ability, or they like working with their hands, and they just haven't found that right home. And we want to be that place where you can come to work, you can earn a good hourly rate. You can have benefits and a place that you can count on to be there for many years to come. So it's, we see this in our manufacturing facility today. We have the person I just described, we have so many of them that just want that long-term place where they can earn a living for their families. And we're proud to be that place. Again, don't have to have a incredibly complex background, college degree. It's just good, honest, hardworking people looking for a great long-term home. That's us.
Perfect. You dabbled into that these positions are coming with full benefits, which is really, really important, I think, to people nowadays. But is that, you talked about it, what was it, $15 to $18 an hour in terms of the position, somewhere in that range?
Yeah, in that range, plus benefits and
The
fringe,
benefits
all those
scale
other
that
things.
up, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know if that was kind of rounded into there, but that's even better. So I just wanted to
Yeah,
clarify that.
and Eric, I would always also say, with our with this facility, it's going to push our head count over 500. It makes us more competitive in the benefits market. And we also provide those benefits. If an employee starts on the 25th of June, their benefits package is fully in place on July 1st. There's no 90-day waiting period, 60 days. So we're proud to begin those benefits as almost on the day one approach.
Oh, that's great. So talk about the electric, water, gas requirements. Don't really, I mean, if you have some specifics in terms of the loads and everything like that, that's great. But talk about your needs there and which are most important for you.
Yeah, Eric, I also to share with the group on the call today, just to let you know, the work that we're doing here is incredibly environmentally friendly. No hazardous waste. The paint that we use is a water-based, so there's really not this extreme runoff or hazardous things that are going to happen in our world. So Eric, we haven't done the complete specs yet on electrical, water, and gas. And so, it'll be based on the facility size and where we finally land in that point, but we don't have the full load specs at this point in time.
Okay. So tipping points, I always like to try to dive in, because let's say we have 15 communities that submit on the project and you're sitting there trying to evaluate them, and you have two or three that are kind of equalized. Is there a tipping point that would make one more important than the other in making a final decision?
So Eric, and we look forward to evaluating 15 different good options. I think that's a great problem for us to have. And so we'll go through a pretty extensive process. We're on the ground leaders. We'll visit these potential locations, to get a feel for the community and the opportunity there. And so, we'll do a pretty broad list of pros and cons based on each of those. But, I think I think everyone in business today would tell you that the tipping point is going to be the availability of labor. That's the biggest challenge the United States is facing today, and that would be a real driver for us in the decision-making process. And again, there's so many other things, the incentives, the geography. There's going to be a lot of factors, but that would be a huge push for us if there's just a great workforce already there and waiting for us.
Perfect. So when you go to finalize your decision, it's very interesting, your map, in terms of your headquarters and your current location, and you land somewhere on that map. There were all those dots that were retail locations. Will that expand your footprint of retail locations also towards the facility that you locate to?
Yeah, so Eric, once we land on the facility, then we'll sort of redraw the lines from our current facility as well as that facility to expand our ring. And again, we're pretty excited about not only filling in additional locations in the states we operate in today, but continuing to move south and continuing to move west and expanding that footprint. And the other piece that I would put in the mix here is wherever we land from a manufacturing facility, we really want to have a retail location in that town. It gives a place for our employees to kind of see the end result of the work they do, a place for their friends and family to shop. And again, it's just another connection for us to be part of that community, not just from the manufacturing side, but from the retail side as well.
Okay, perfect. And the final question that was submitted: how important are incentives and subsidies to the success of the location, or how important of a role are they playing in the matrix of decisions?
Yeah, so Eric, I don't know if vary is the right answer to that, but again, we're looking at this as a total package. There's so many elements of that, whether it's the facility itself, the labor, the community, the proximity to highways are all going to be in there. But again, this is a significant financial decision for our organization. And although we're financially in an exceptional position, the incentives are going to matter to us as well. And so it's obviously going to be in the top 5 in our decision-making criteria.
Okay, perfect. We do have quite a few questions that have come in. I'm going to start diving into them. This is from an anonymous attendee, and you might know better about this than me, but will the acquisition by Kinderhook affect this or future expansions?
Yeah, and candidly, the acquisition by Kinderhook is why we're here today. Prior to the Kinderhook ownership, we did not have, I'll call it, the financial backing and prowess that the Kinderhook group has. Our belief is this will be, the first facility expansion, and years from now, hopefully a few years from now, we'll be back on the line here for another facility, Eric. So, Kinderhook has a strong background and history of rapid expansion and growth, and the financial support and success to be able to do that. So that's maybe too much of an answer there, but it's why we're here today.
Perfect. I've got a question coming in from Lee Howard. Will you require a painting system? And I watched your whole video, so I can probably answer that for you. But will the manufacturing facility require one?
Probably on the trailer side, not necessarily on the building side. So yeah, there will be painting equipment involved in this process. Yes.
Are there any emission issues or anything that need to be handled with that paint system?
Eric, it'll depend on the type painting system that we put in, whether it's a spray process, a powder coat, or a dip process. Um, you know, our initial thinking is it would not require any emission equipment to go with it.
Okay. Rick, we'll be going over how to do your submissions here in a second, so I'll get you that answer right after our Q&A here. Kelsey, uh, Kelsey's a really good client of ours and really gives us a lot of good ideas. Is always working with us. She is in Western South Carolina, representing 4 counties, including Aiken. Recently, a storefront location opened in one of our counties. Would you still be interested in a manufacturing location if we already have a storefront?
Eric, I would call that a win-win.
Perfect. Bethany Shockney, it says Vanessa, Atlanta, Georgia. Are you currently working with a developer or a broker in your process?
We are not yet.
Okay. Oh, that kind of skipped down. I'm sorry. Bethany Shockney. She says she's on the center north Alabama, Tennessee line on I-65. Is that too far west?
It is not.
Okay. Got a question from Troy. And Troy, I'm going to probably butcher your name, Bahunin. But Troy is with the city of Kuna, Idaho, the rapidly growing city in the growing metro of Boise. Are you folks interested in partnering with other like-minded industries for infrastructure needs, or are you zeroing in on ready-to-go lots within an industrial park?
Yeah, I'm zeroing in on the ready-to-go lots today.
Brenda Daniels, do you need port access or rail?
We do not.
Okay.
All of our shipping and receiving is, tractor and trailer.
How far along are you in the process? Lee Howard's asking if you already have selected your engineering firm and design firm, because I know those plans can take a little while. Have you already got those in place?
No, we do not at this point in time. We, again, as Ashley shared at the beginning of the presentation, this is somewhat of a recent development for us, and we've just jumped in with both feet with GSLI, and we've recently built out our business development group, a little bit of, I'll say, a real estate construction group as well within the organization. So we're moving in that direction very quickly, but we have not selected a group yet.
Okay. Amanda, she's asking, would you consider, and you kind of answered this before, and I'm going to answer for you, Amanda. Yes, they would consider some neighboring states as long as they're within that distribution ring and do have incentives as part of their roles in terms of one of their 5 key decision factors. I've got a question from Kim Polk in Hernando County. Hernando's a great client of ours. Kind of flipping the question here, what would it take to consider going as south as Florida? And is that too far?
It's really, when you do the rings, Eric, it is too far today. It could be step 2 in this journey that we're on as we continue to expand, but it would be leaping too far south too fast.
Correct. Okay, great. Got Mary Lily. Will you be looking to export your products via port at any time?
No.
All right. Got a question from Matt Davis. Matt is asking Northwest Ohio, Toledo region, too far north?
Yeah, too far north and too far west today.
And I'm going to assume that's also for sure with Alexandria, Louisiana.
Yes.
Perfect. That's all I have. I'm going to let, if anybody has any additional questions, go ahead and flow them in. I'm going to move to the point of what we're here for today. We're looking for submissions that we can gather and put together for Rick and his team. If you could, Cresta, put up the poll. If you answer the poll by clicking yes, that'll quickly provide us all the necessary emails to feed back to. If you plan on making a submission, and submissions are going to be due July 1st at 5 p.m. I will say the sooner the better as we gather these submissions so that we can organize them. They must go through the portal. So you'll go to new.gslipprojectportal.com. You'll log in, you'll find Project Hitch, and there's a submission button, and there's a submission form that we gather the data so that we can put it in a Excel spreadsheet for the company to evaluate. We will kind of vet through those with our community assessment directors. They'll receive these submissions, they'll review them, they'll organize them. We'll kind of vet through them, organize them, and then project, well, Leonard and Mike, Mike's team will be evaluating those submissions and getting back to us and letting us know who they would like to set up some one-on-one meetings with in their initial short list. The recording links, these will be going up later on today, and you can request additional, if you have any questions, ask brooke.edwards@gslisolutions.com. Do make sure you whitelist or add our URL to your whitelist on your email systems. We've known that some of them get tossed into junk mails when there's attachments sent to them. Here is the final contact information, Ashley Kleinsword. If you're wanting any additional questions, feel free to reach out to Ashley. She's at Ashley at GSLIsolutions.com. Her phone number's listed at 469-778-2606. Press extension 6. And two of our community assessment directors who are phenomenal at reviewing submissions and helping communities put together meaningful submissions are Amanda Tompkins. Her email is at amanda@gslisolutions.com. Phone number is the same, 469-778-2606, extension 4. And Carol Harris, and she is at carol@gslisolutions.com. and 469-778-2606, and we will transfer you to Carol's extension. With that said, we are 4 minutes past our goal of 45 minutes, so thank you. I want to thank everybody for attending. Communities, I know how busy you are with your local businesses, but I know how excited you are when you can have an opportunity to attract a company like Leonard to create additional jobs. So thank you for attending. We look forward to your submissions. And Mike, I can't thank you enough and your team enough for the time that they've put in with us in helping us understand your project. I'm very excited about the project and looking forward to your successful location and watching you guys continue to grow. With that said, till we meet again on our next Prospect Live, I'm going to sign off.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.